What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back, Raider Nation and my champions. And yes, we had a little bit of a slow start there, but we are up 17-7 at halftime. I want to welcome you all to our halftime report, and I will get to that in 1 minute. But I want to say hello to some of the people in chat already. Sandy B, hello. Dominique 5, Safwan Ben Malik. Yes, Carr is a beast. We'll get to him in one moment, but we're going to first get to our rundown. As you know, if you've been with us before, this is how we do things here. This is our rundown, and this is how we do it. We're going to go over our good, bad, and ugly first. And you know what? A lot more good than bad, obviously. I first said West Coast 2.0, and I'll talk about that when we get to those keys of the game. The front four, a little bit slow, but started heating up. Got that sack. A pivotal strip there by Quentin Jefferson. A lot of people could say that was probably a 50-50 as far as the actual fumble there late. And then Foster Moreau filling in for Darren Waller, coming up big, getting that touchdown, fighting for that ball in the end zone. Way to go with that. And again, our front four, we are getting to Jalen Hurts just as the way we thought we should. Now, as far as the bad goes, Derek Carr almost had a perfect game there with Jalen Richard. It bounced off his hands, got the interception. Wasn't his fault. Very few bad things in this one, obviously. And then I put the first drive blues because it looks like we sputtered a little bit there. We probably should have got a touchdown that first drive, obviously, but with the interception there off the bounce. And more so with the defense, though. Philly, I thought they couldn't bring a long drive to us, and they actually did. I mean, I think it was like a 10-play drive. They started, obviously, on their 25, that first drive, and drove all the way in for a touchdown. That really surprised me, but then the defense kind of locked it up. The offense locked it up. As far as the ugly, I got to put it there. Brandon Parker, I call him the turnstile. He had the penalty there. He was pivotal on that play with the interception. Carr had to throw it a little bit early, but still, Richard should have got the ball. However, he's not the solution. I know we're kind of plugging him in because that's all we got at this point. So it is what it is. But overall, not that bad overall. As far as the keys to the game of my game preview, I'm going to go first off with on the defense here. Jalen Hurts, I'd say we're doing all right with him. More so after the first drive. That first drive didn't look so good. Miles Sanders had an ankle injury. He's been out. He'll probably be out the rest of the game is my guess. Javonte Smith's doing all right. Not great, not bad though. As far as the offense goes, Carr's been just about perfect. I mean, he had the one drop there, incomplete pass on third down there to get that field goal at the end. And then, of course, we talked about off of Richard's hands for the interception. And then the running game, that's exactly what they needed to do, kind of mix it up. I think the first drive were a little too predictable, and we're putting a little bit too much on this offensive line. We mixed it up well now. I think we're getting the Phillies defense guessing, kind of like what we did with Denver last week, and it's paying dividends for us right now. And I like the way Carr spreads it out to everybody. They can't just focus on one person. I know Waller's out, but it is what it is. There's too many holes. They can't fill all the leaks, and the defense is in trouble here, and they're just picking them apart. And I said before, they're very good pass defense, but as far as QBR, they give up a high QBR, this Eagles defense, and that's why I said we need to run the ball, have like a West Coast short passing game, and that's exactly what they're doing. It's paying dividends for us here. 17-7. Hey, Wesley John, how you doing? I see you in the chat. If you have any questions or comments regarding the first half of the game, we'll get to the Q&A very quickly. But next, I want to talk about, just run quickly over the scores here that we're seeing. Some good news for us, obviously, with the Chiefs game. How you guys doing out there? 17-7, obviously, we're doing well. The Rams looked a little flat there, and they've kind of come back to take the lead at halftime. Good for them. Cardinals, I would expect a little more in this game. I'm not watching that. Yeah, Buccaneers, unfortunately, it's going to be a tough team, especially with that defense to move on to get any points against them. And then you got Tom Brady. It's kind of a deadly combo. No surprise here. Washington's looked kind of terrible the whole year. They didn't fix that offensive line. They got Orlando Brown from the Ravens with that first round pick. They still haven't fixed that line, and it shows. And their defense isn't that good. So, if the offense isn't clicking, the defense can't pin their ears back and attack the quarterback. So they're in trouble. I think they're in trouble. Kind of as expected, neither one of these teams is very good. I don't know what's going on with the Jets here. I'd have to look at the highlights. What's going on with the Panthers? They started 3-0. They've lost their 4 in a row against the Giants. Now we got to play this team in 2 weeks after the bye. So this is very interesting. I'm going to have to really take a look at this game to prep for week 9 here. Are the Bengals for real? They kind of shut down Lamar, and Jamar Chase, pencil him in already for Rookie of the Year. He had a big touchdown play there. So we're going to go to our Q&A session. So I want to know, put your questions in the chat if you have any questions. If you have any comments, we'll go over each one. We'll have a quick talk here. Obviously, in a lot better mood than we have been in some other games, but since we have this 10-point lead, a little bit of a slow start on both sides of the ball, but we kind of fixed it, which is what good coaching should do. Thank goodness Gruden isn't here, or game might be tied, or we might be losing at this point. To be honest with you, I think if Gruden was still here. Okay, I'm going to look in the chat right now. Safwan says, don't think we should try any more tight end screens. Doesn't work like it does with Waller. Again, their corners are very good on this team. So yeah, and their secondary, they're 2 safeties. So, it is what it is. He also says Jacobs left the game too weird. Nobody touched him. He got hit or pushed after he was crossed the plane in the end zone. I don't know what really happened. They didn't really say. We'll figure it out in the second half. Wesley John says this offensive line is painful to watch. Agreed. And the best way to cover that up is to mix it up. And again, I think Greg Olson's doing a fantastic job calling the plays, especially after that first drive, keeping it mixed up. I like how they put Kenyon Drake in there, and then they ran the ball up the middle. I wouldn't expect that. I'm sure the Eagles weren't expecting that either. With Drake in there, you're either going to go outside or screen or something like that. That's not his forte to run in between the tackles, and they did a real good job with that. So they're really mixing it up. Sandy B says the Bears suck. I'd have to watch the game. I haven't been watching the game. Remember, they do have a rookie quarterback against arguably the best defense in the league, and they're playing Tom Brady and every weapon imaginable he has on the offensive side. So Keith Nowak, how are you doing? Glad to see you in here. He says, damn, Waller is out. That sucks, but Morrow can step up. Yeah, they said Waller hurt himself, I believe, in Friday's practice on his ankle, and they weren't sure if he was going to play or not. And then Saturday, all the rumors were saying he was going to be out for the game, and he is out. But again, we do have Foster Moreau in there. I thought, to be honest, if you were watching my channel, watching my videos in the offseason, I thought Moreau would be stepping in even more and having kind of a 2-headed monster at tight end position. That really hasn't happened yet, but he does have the talent, and you could see him catching that ball in the end zone, fighting for that ball. Wesley John says they have moved the ball against our defense easier than I'd like to see. I would agree, especially that first drive. You take that apart, though, it looks like we're starting to figure things out a little bit. Especially with the pass rush, we didn't have much of any in that first drive, but after that, we looked a lot better. Israel 2010, good to see you in here. They say Raiders need to continue to slow down the run to make it more difficult for the Eagles. Yeah, our run defense isn't our greatest asset. I think what we need to do is keep on Jalen Hurts, pass rush, get to him, just like we did with Lamar, and make him throw errant passes. Great strip sack on that run, or strip play on that run late in the first half. Dominic 5 says, I want to give Greg Olson a lot of credit. his play calling has been great since taking over. Oh, agreed. Like I said, if Gruden was there, we would probably either be tied or losing this game right now. That's my guess. Sandy B says, how did that player get hurt in his chest? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he did get hurt or he just strained something or maybe something with his equipment. Who knows? We'll figure it out in the second half here. Safwan Ben Malik says, not worried about the run with Sanders out. Gainwell's quick. Did you see that play where he scored? Littleton slipped on a banana peel or whatever. Still not sold on that guy, to be honest with you. And Perryman's going to get outrun. That's not his forte. I'm not going to slam him for that. He's a middle linebacker up the middle and hit people. That's what he does, and he does it well. Dominic 5 says, Jacob stays hurt. We need to give Trey Regis snaps for our future running back because no way we can rely on Jacobs for the future. I'm not sure if Regis is the future. I'm not sure if he can do it at the NFL level. It'd be nice to see. But again, we're not sure what happened to Jacobs. Plus, they have the bye week next week, so he'll have 2 weeks even if he did tweak something. So we'll see on that. Wesley John 87 says, yeah, Olsen is doing good other than the play with Mariota. That dumb crap can go out the window. I kind of like it. I didn't like it at the time because we were driving. That's something you do to switch things up if things aren't working. Not when things are working, switch things up. I think I would have left Carr in there with that West Coast short passing type. Sandy B says, don't bother watching Raider. I'm assuming she's talking about the Bears game. I'll check out the highlights, but yeah, they got a rookie quarterback. I mean, honestly, Trubisky sent them back. I mean, I don't want to get off a tangent with the Bears, but they traded for Mack to bolster that defense. They were assuming Trubisky was going to be the man there. He's on his rookie contract where they could make a run. He actually turned into Turd Bisky, and that's where you are right now. You got a rookie quarterback in there. Give Fields a chance. You guys are probably not going to go anywhere this year, but give him a year or two and see how he does. Wesley John, hit the like button. Yes, thank you. Hit the like button. Yes, absolutely. Hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I not only do live streams during halftime, I also give out game reviews, game previews. Next week, we're going to be having a bye week. We're going to be off. I'm going to be doing a live stream next Saturday night, and we're going to go over the schedule. Remember, we had the football schedule we went over it week to week. We're going to go over how I did as far as predicting and how you guys did. So look for that next Saturday night. Again, we're going to be having a bye week, no Raider games next week. We're going to do that. And then I'm thinking about a fun little video during Halloween. So it looks like the game is coming back on. I'm going to get to a few more of your comments, and then we'll sign off here and watch the second half. Oh, they tried doing an onside kick. Eagles are a little sneaky. They're kind of like the Chargers, a little sneaky. But didn't work. I think they're in trouble now. Now the Raiders got the ball in good field position. So I'm going to get to the rest of the comments, and then we'll sign off and watch the second half of the game. Let's see. Jefferson hurts the run stuff. Yeah, that's part of it. Hankins is a big body. He needs to do a little bit more on the run side as well, especially when we have a good run tackling middle linebacker in Perryman. I like Mariota packages. I do too when needed. If things are stalling, I'd like that. I didn't really like it there where we're driving. So yeah, the Bears are worse. Have you ever thought of doing a live stream during the game? Yes, I have. A couple reasons. One, a lot of people are already doing it, and my feed's about 30 seconds off. I mean, I can improve that, but I've been on those streams. They kind of get boring. I mean, you're just sitting there and you're kind of sitting there and you're waiting. Okay, Josh Jacobs had a 3-yard run, or okay, this, okay, that. I think it's better. I think it's better all the way around. The way I do things is to come up, do the rundown. Whoop, right? You do right here. It's opposite here. Do the rundown and go over the first half, what I thought and what you thought, and then we can get back to the second half of the game. All right, Wesley John, I'm going to be watching the game as well. Looks like we're driving again. Ruggs with a big play. Again, I'm about 30 seconds off. Yeah. Okay, Sanders and Jacobs are out, and I am out too, and I'm going to be going back to the second half of this game where we are winning 17-7. Thank you guys for coming out. I appreciate you guys' support. Hit the like button if you haven't subscribed. Subscribe to the channel. A lot of good content here. Thank you guys for coming, and as always, go Raiders.
With all the distractions that you have off the field, how are you able to keep focused on winning football games as